I'm actually pretty fucking keen for this tonight. Like, the other week, I just couldn't have prepared for it. Everything that could go wrong went wrong, and it was just, I think it honestly sat with me for fucking days. That maybe you wanted something to match the sweetness. Possibly, Grim. We didn't have any sweets in the house or anything. Like, I would have sat there and gnawed on the raw sugar packets. Don't get me wrong. I'll do it. I used to do it as a kid every so often at restaurants. That embarrassing kid eating the raw sugar packets. Let's see. Yeah, so here's our prisoner. I'll zoom in a little bit so you guys can see a bit better, but I'm just going to call it Abba, or Abana. Whatever I feel like, I'm going to call it Abana, probably. Because fuck trying to pronounce that. Too many extra syllables for me. I have troubles with, like, simple names like Sarah. I'm not sure if it's meant to be Sarah. So, you know, I just go with whatever. Yeah, so pretty much everybody now should be healed. I think everybody's back home as well. What else we got to do? It is winter, so it just kind of clicked over into like the thick of winter. We actually only legitimately passed 3 days through that whole battle. That 5-hour stream was 3 days. It was mental. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, this has got to have been longer. And then it only just clicked over to snowing. And I'm like, oh, well, that happened. What else we got to do? We got to make more indoor crops. So I was making one down here. Yeah, I was making this. And I need to also scrap. I need to scrap all these guys as well at some point. But yeah, I was making that and this one. That's going to be hill root. Hops plants. I'm going to divide that so it's not all hops. But I'm trying to get some winter crops. So what do we got? We got strawberry and rice, I think. Yeah, rice. So yeah. As soon as these areas are enclosed, I'll probably halve them. Maybe make a bit of something else. Like, we don't need that much hill root. What are you pair doing? Phoenix and Azula are clawing at each other on the chair. It's adorable. I can tell Phoenix is stressed. It's very cute. Phoenix and Azula are my cats for anybody that's new. If you want to see them, probably just, if somebody can exclamation mark Instagram, bring up the command so you guys got a direct link over to it. That'd be great. Apart from that, what else have I got in here? I've got to work on food, that's right. So food's going kind of, I'm going to shake my hand here and say, okay. It's not great, but it's doing a lot better since I stopped allowing the potatoes and rice and shit to go off to the animals. I think they got rice. I think they just don't have potatoes. Yeah. That's fine, though. I don't Also, if you see an orange horse up here, looks like my emote. Definitely spam it and look at my horse because I'll fucking slaughter it on sight. I hate them. Hate them so much. What else have I got to do? I'm going to make weapons. So, how the fuck do I make weapons? I only just put down some fabricating things up here. Machining tables. Yeah, okay, so I was going to make some miniguns and some sniper rifles. I'm not expecting to make like a heap, and I've got some kind of stockpile zone. I made this in the thick of like everything. Just scrapping chunks, that's fine. I just wanted to see whether or not like parts and stuff. What I should have is unfinished. I'll just hit it to start off. There we go. Let's go with unfinished. Might be just under items. Unfinished gun, please. The way they don't send them all the way back to storage, because what they'll do is they'll start working on it like this, right? There's a gladius there. And somebody will be like, well, I want to work on this now, but Manatee's working on it currently. So they'll go, okay, well, look, somebody will take this all the way down here to storage and then start on a new one and probably get about as far and then have to go and put another one in storage. And eventually somebody will pick up one that's half built and go and complete it. So by having that storage up there, they'll help. I got a still table, get rid of that. Still got TVs and stuff. I haven't found somewhere to put the fire foam poppers, but I don't know. I think once I find out where they keep setting fire to shit the most, I'll put it there. I've got one there to protect that at the moment. I wouldn't imagine it helping my food. Or next to this, actually, that will help. Just in case there's a fire, I don't want to lose that. About there will do. The vanometric power cell produces ongoing electricity for my base, and there's no way in hell. Like, okay, somebody can walk up and destroy this, but there's no way in hell I'd let it get destroyed to a fire if I can avoid it. So just put down one of these party popper thingies, and if a fire occurs, because I've got a few fire starters in this colony, they should hopefully prevent that shit from happening. I hope. Can never really say yes to that because I know some asshole's going to do it. Somebody's going to be mean. What else we got? That's all right. I'm starting to make food with the viewpoint to move. So I'm trying to get them to eat the pemmican that's up here instead of taking meals, but they will kind of like prioritize meals. It's a little bit frustrating because they're actually only eating about as many as I'm making. And so I was thinking about making more space for food, but I don't think it's going to make too much of a difference. Like I said, I kind of can't wait till I move on to the next map location because then I'll have like a better layout again. It was fun to try this out, but it definitely is a little bit too far for the food storage. And, oh, there was another thing too. Interesting fact. So the amount of colonists I've got now, I just need to find, where is it? World, my stats, statistics. How many people have died? Colonists killed is 5. Okay, so I actually have currently, in total, almost the same amount as my massive colony of Asora, except more of them are alive because I had 44 dead my other map, whereas I've only got 5 on this one that's dead. So that's pretty cool. With 130 odd people, like I said, I'm trying to get 150 before I want to move, and 170 was my largest colony, but that included dead people as well. And 44 of them were dead. So yeah, I'm already back up to Asora as Asora. Don't make it confusing, you know, just A's and H's, it's fine. How are these animals going? They're getting a fair bit of food, actually. I was just having a look, because I've got, like, guns and shit in here, too. Instead of milking that, mate, can you haul that? I'm pretty sure that is a tainted, but this is a good quality chalky, mate. Can you haul that, please? And I've got another battery. I might as well set that to install somewhere because I know that they'll install something a lot faster than they'll actually, you know, uninstall something. That side's doing fine. It may actually do better with the extra battery over there because they're just not producing enough power. I kind of thought that this would help, but I am running a lot of solar stuff. Not solar, you know, my sun lampy things. I think like when you've got like unusual designs like this, it doesn't help. Should see what the animals are. I don't want to touch mega sloths. I can avoid them. And my animals are still, like I said, I did lose a couple of legacy ones, which are up here. These are the ones that have names that are bonded. So that always helps. Oh, good work. I remember you saying the other day, we're still having pain? Because I wasn't sure if you were still having pain with your teeth or not. Welcome in, by the way. Also, my toes are healing from the art stream as well when I broke them. Let's see, what else have I got here? I need to get these guys back up. I need to try to get these guys bonded. Yeah. No pain? Good. I think I was talking to a couple of people at the same time. I was talking to you and one other follower, and I couldn't remember who had the pain. Yeah, no, I remember you had the problems with brushing your teeth. That's why I was very proud that you said that you'd done that. That's really good work. I just couldn't remember if you had pain as well, because sometimes people avoid brushing their teeth because of pain. So I think my brain just associated A and B and just lumped 2 people into one. Like, that's not very helpful. They're eating like my packaged survival meals and stuff. How you been? I've seen you like sporadically sort of come in. Yeah, of course I'm fucking proud. I'm proud that you've done your teeth. Like, Seriously, if it's not part of your everyday routine or life is effort, like seriously, I'm proud. Don't worry about it. I'm just happy that you're like taking care of yourself a little bit more. It's good to hear. I like knowing that you guys are like looking after yourselves a bit. You don't have to go to the nines and like everything, but just little steps to take care of yourselves, you know? Makes me happy to hear. I'm probably going to have to send these up. I'm probably going to have to send these things up to get scrapped at some point because I doubt they'll do it. I'm on 3 and I feel like I'm like snail's pace. That is what hops. I don't need that much hops. I want about half of this. I want this to be about here. Maybe a little bit more. Or maybe a little bit less. Welcome in, Bless. What's it? You're tired of doing stuff? Yeah. And is that not just the fucking... that's just life. Honestly. How you doing, Bless? You're sleepy raccoon tonight, are you? You guys reckon maybe some potatoes? I think I've got rice mostly everywhere else. I'll make this potatoes. I should make some corn somewhere down here. Holy shit. Holy crap, Bless. Thank you for the gift sub. That's really nice. Thank you. What? Too much chores and stuff? Well, you could be like me, and last week I hopped off an hour early from stream to do my chores, and I completely forgot what I was supposed to do and went to sleep instead. And then I woke up later the next day, and I'm like, oh fuck, and now I have to do them today. So, look, if you've done some and you're over it, you've done enough. And as you said, you did your teeth, so that's extra pride. What do we got? A caravan quest, all right. So a caravan from Fimbum is approaching, and they're a combat supplier. Yay! They've got an ex-husband of Shizuka. Oh, spicy. Okay. You guys coming through? You are. Sweet. I'm not a big fan of the what you call it, the combat suppliers, because I can only like sell off guns and stuff. Whereas I like getting like the shamans and stuff because you get to sell off like exotic goods like thrombos and stuff. Where the fuck is Corpsey? There you are. Mate, come and do a trade. Too many chores and stuff. Must do it now. Yeah, there's probably a reason for that. There's probably something that's bothering her if that's the case. Like, that's the hardest part is when you live with other people.
Fatality.
Oh my god, Bless. Stop eyeing up that gopher to eat. I know you're not being judged by it by this point. I know you're looking to eat it. I think like when you live with other people, it makes things a little bit harder because sometimes you've just got to do things when the other person needs them done, as opposed to, you know, when you feel comfortable already doing something, which for me at least is fucking never. But for other people, sometimes they go through stages of like motivation. I sure as fuck don't very often. I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna do this is legit me. If I'm gonna fucking do something like clean my house, I'm just gonna dedicate an entire night to it, and I'm gonna keep cleaning until I physically can't feel my feet and I can't fall asleep from the pain of my feet from just like walking around fucking 15 kilometers and stuff throughout my house. My house isn't big, it's just a lot of back and forth because I'm not very good at prioritizing what I should be focused on when I'm cleaning. And I hate it. That wouldn't even be breakfast. That's like a pre-breakfast snack at best. I could probably scrap that. Black pants, yeah, I could scrap that. You guys still got money. Let's see, some guns. I'll take your guns. I'll see what I can buy off you. Masterwork, fuck, that's going to be expensive. Normal pistol, I don't want the short bow. Gladius, yes. Look, I'm going to queue up this stuff, and I'm going to see what kind of outrageous cost it costs me. I don't really want, like, steel stuff like that. Let's see what I can trade you, mate. Absolutely fuck nuts nothing. Alright, that's fine. Wait, I have gold. I have gold and I have statues. Hello. Alright, well that seems like a fair trade. I'll take all of your guns. And you can just give me... Well, I could take his money as well, but I'll just take it even trade and leave a bit of gold. Yeah, like that. There we go. Oh, oh my god. I managed to get that to save the other day too, because I know it tried to like bar the word and I hadn't like saved it yet. I also spent a lot of time today working on a bunch more commands and stuff. They're nothing special, but it's mostly my specs list. I spent a lot of time detailing my computer specs. I think it's literally just exclamation mark specs list or something. Either way, it's under my exclamation commands. I fixed up and tidied up some of all the dreadful spelling errors that I was too over fixing the first time. So, yeah, that's been fixed up. But yeah, I also edited some of the commands and shit when they come up to, like, lurkers now involve shadows and stuff like that. So, yeah, there's that. I've really got to get you, like, some better ears and lungs, if I can. This guy's, like, working on, like, a 90, 96, 80 fucking % thing. What is it? Specs list. Hold up. Let me do the commands. Just have a look in there, because I'm pretty sure I've fucked up how to spell it or something like that. Or I've listed it as something else. It shouldn't be, but it... Knowing me, my last second changes end up, like, negating things, like the other week when you guys were dueling, and it wouldn't work. Fucking hell. Alright, well, they're doing fine up there. Look, everything seems to be going alright. Inside temperatures, like, 8 versus minus 14. Bedrooms are still frostbitten. I've really just got to work on getting them to get some more food. Oh, look, there's a raccoon. It's a female, it's not you, bless. We're not harvesting you. Was it? There's too much to look through phone at the moment. Yeah, no, that's fair. I should have tested it earlier, actually. Where's my list stuff? If I bring this thing up, it'll bring up wherever it was most recent. That's the thing. You guys can't see what I'm clicking on, but I'm like pro-clicking on things 100%. Oh, apparently not, because it's telling me errors. Alright. The documents. Yeah. That is not what I'm looking for. It's funny how I can spend literal hours on this stuff, and then as soon as I actually think about it, my brain just goes, yeah, nah, that's not what it is. I must have left a fucking space in it. Hold on. Let's try that. Nope. Nope and nope. That's fine. Game's very nice. It is. It's lovely and peaceful. Unless, like, last week. You guys missed it last week when this was a fucking mess. A 90-minute non-stop battle of strategy. And I lost four people and 2 legacy animals overall. I had to, like, re-roll it back so many times. It was mental. But yeah, for the most part, like, especially winter is very calm because there's bugger all fires. There's usually nothing much going on. How much have I killed? We mean, like, people? As in, like, colonists of my own? I've lost 5 in total. I don't have how many people I have killed, bad guys, but there has been quite a lot, considering if you have a look at how many people I have, I take about 4 prisoners from every group of 6 or above, give or take. Except for the couple of times where I just slaughtered because I wasn't available to take any more because I didn't have enough beds. That happened too. Did I have a quest? No, I don't at the moment, that's fine. I'll just check that. So that's the other thing too, is if I get quests, which don't usually happen in winter, or happen more so in, like, summer and stuff, like, these guys are bad guys. And so are these. So, yellow, green, blue, purple, they're all my allies. all across the map. Any of these skull and crossbones and the red mountains, they're my enemies. And there's a lot of them. So if I wanted to, I could go and attack one of these groups and get rid of them completely off the map. And it would mean that when I go to trade with places, especially like down here, I wouldn't get attacked on my way. But in saying that, I can get attacked anywhere moving around. People can come and attack me in my settlement as well. So that happens. But I'm trying. The main mission of the game is to get off-world. So all the way up here is my ship that I've got to get all the way up to and then defend to get off-world. So it's going to be a long journey. I'm expecting this to at least take a full year in real world, days, years, whatever, to get up there. I'm going to have to move multiple times, and I've never had multiple settlements enabled before. So instead of in the past, what I've had to do is I've taken my settlement, I've grouped up everybody and all the resources and animals I can carry and ferried them up to a location. And then I've deleted my settlement and started a new one. But what I can do now is I can create a settlement elsewhere, manage two, which is going to be a nightmare, and then move my old existing settlement up into it. Like I can basically tear it apart and move it. I have another exotic goods trader. Hold on. Oh, they're flying over. Holy shit, let's get back in here. Yeah, who else is a good trader? Is Labia. There you are. Labia, wake up for us for a moment. It's not multiplayer, but it does have like millions of mods. So you can make this game whatever you want. If you want the characters to look like anime girls or dragons or monsters or like deer folk or something like that, you can make them look like that. You can have, princesses. You can have like extra detailed faces. So like when I zoom in on somebody, it doesn't just look like this. If I pause for a sec, you can see what their little faces look like. So it doesn't just look like that. You can have that when they walk past, they actually have like little bubbles pop up and says what they're actually saying. Because I've clicked on Congo at the moment, and after this, hopefully I'll click on somebody in a moment and I'll see what their social is, and it's really abysmal. But I really like the vanilla games. So I've only got 6 mods, and 2 of them are compatibility mods to make the others work. So I actually have exceptionally few mods. I don't have any DLCs, which a lot of people mistake because I've got so many people. But if I had the biotech DLC, my people would be breeding uncontrollably and my base would just fucking implode. There's no question about it. Pretty sure this was an exotic goods trader, which is what I want, because you buy all the animals and stuff and thrumbos. And I've got 1 male to sell. I'm trying to keep the females because once they become adults, if they get bonded with a name, like these 2 are not bonded, but they're adults, right? If they eventually get bonded and have a name and they're females, I end up with like this massive fucking breeding force just pumping out like food and fur and fucking money and stuff. It's morbid, but whatever, it works. I do need some of these for medicine. I probably don't have money for that. See how I go. I want Glitterworld stuff before that. I don't need your drugs. I can still use some plasteel since you're overhead. Let's see. My shooting trainer's a little bit scuffed up. My heart's a little bit scuffed up. God forbid. Thrumbo horns, you'll buy that. I'll take your psychic shock lance. This thing lets me capture people. It's not really supposed to be used for that. It basically shocks them. They fall down. Sometimes their brain catches on fire, which is bad. But for the most part, it's a pretty good tool. It's pretty helpful. That's how you get like a lot of people in a very pacifist way, unless they catch on fire, and then you kind of like, you're fucked up. I have enough money for this actually. Let's up on a couple of these. Yeah, alright, that's only taking it into a bit of minus. I was gonna get so much money for this because of selling. But yeah, I can pretty much do this. I could grab some more. Yeah. If you set their brain on fire and it's on fire for too long, what can happen is they can become a trauma savant and be unable to talk, and they get absolutely unhappy as they have tantrums all the time because they're miserable and they can't talk to anybody. And yeah, it's pretty awful, but at the same time they end up excelling in some one thing, unbelievably so. So it's kind of worth it. Sort of. I feel sorry for them because they can't talk. Do I have... Yeah, I've got like 15 male calves. I do want that meat, but I do like money as well in trades. I like trying to get out of a trade with as much goods as possible, with as little spent as possible. So I could sell a lot of animals and get rid of this. Like I could take all of their money plus all of their stuff if I really wanted to, but I'm not going to be that much of a dick. I really just want an even-ish trade. They'll do it. They'll get me a little bit of their money. They'll keep most of my animals, which I'm trying to keep for food, and that gives me extra stuff. Let's see, Vincent's got inspired training, and what is it? I fucking forgot to read her name, but she's got inspired taming. How you going, Abin? You prisoner. We're trying to reduce his resistance at the moment. I found him like literally right before end of stream last week. It was bizarre. Not the greatest specs, but hard worker. So I like them. They're always good. And apart from the fact that we destroyed his kidney, the rest of him seems to be mostly fine. Wooden hand could be fine. Chris, if you stop walking through the water, mate, you stop getting wet. But yeah, you can look at people's social. And in this little section here, if I clicked on somebody like an actual person that we've got, it'll show their interactions. Whereas if I had a specific mod that allows them to show up like their little conversation, you get more detailed stuff in here. But if you ever want to see, like sometimes they'll put up an image of like an animal or a heart or something like that. Like it's nice. You also get animals nuzzle. So I've got a fuck ton of cats because of course I do. And they'll go around and they'll nuzzle any small animals like cats, guinea pigs, chinchillas, stuff like that. I think dogs do too. They'll go around and nuzzle my colonists and make them happy. So that affects this kind of thing. So the mood, as long as it's got a lot of this blue in it, they're happy. Same with food, rest, recreation. Like if they think somewhere's pretty or comfortable, and whether they're indoors or outdoors, if they're like a like a cave dweller or something like that. But this kind of stuff matters. So, for instance, they've recently attended a wedding of a colonist. Their recreation is fully satisfied. The recreational room is extremely impressive. So that's... Where is that? That's over here. Which it is. It's doing pretty good. Spacious interior, so wherever he is spacious. They're underground indoors, so they're happy. That makes them happy. If they're outside for too long, they can sometimes like have a full-on tantrum. And they've still got sky-high expectations because I'm pretty sure Pumpkin's still kind of new. But they hate the dark. And I don't have a lot of lights. Well, I've got a lot of lights, but I don't have a lot of lights. I also like the fact that like they'll tantrum about eating without a table, sleeping in the cold, being outside, not being outside, being too warm, too cold, wet, not wet enough. Like, it's fucking hilarious. But all this stuff fluctuates all the time, especially if, like, for instance, one of my people kills another person, they could get a massive negative mood that somebody killed, like, a lover, a friend, a colonist, whatever, right? So it all kind of matters. Like, he's currently sleeping in the cold, and he's pretty shitty about it. But, yeah. I can see the room stats and stuff like that by doing this. So, for instance, the recreational room is unbelievably impressive, and that's got a lot to do with these statues that are all over the place being like high quality and nice kind of stuff. I can keep removing shittier quality seats until this place is literally like it already is unbelievably impressive, but I can change all this to being gold furniture, silver, whatever, and they can just like walk in here and everything fucking glitters and they're happy. So that matters. But cleanliness also really matters in this game. So at the moment, the rec room is nice and clean. But if I find somewhere that's dirty, like in here, I've got straw on the ground, but it's pretty bad. Like this is an awful room that's dirty because this is where the animals get in. That's hay grass or hay or whatever that they're like getting around on. So that kind of thing affects them. They can have psychotic breaks. They can turn around and slaughter each other. Bless particularly loves it when they get blood loss because they'll like literally go around and just